Everyone, we're at Carcross this week, so pretty interesting area, right close to the BC border. And there's a real cool mountains and goats there. So we got mountains and mines here. So one thing here is I got some tram lines here. So there was a tram way up on top of the mountain there, and we took some parts off of that for a tram that we're rebuilding in our museum. And we got into some trouble because there's a law in the Yukon that we didn't know. You're not allowed to take anything older than 45 years out of the Yukon, which we didn't actually, but we had the tram parts. So the RCMP seized them. We just gave them back, and they didn't charge us with anything. So I know this is a controversial subject. Some people think it should be left, and some people think it should be preserved. So this week there'll be no comments on the video, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing. And some people are going to like it, and some people aren't. So hope you enjoy the show. Most of it's probably mental. You don't like dark places that are wet and you're claustrophobic. You have a bunch of phobias and stuff. It's not going to be the place for you. Close to the BC-Yukon border, not far from Alaska, going towards Skagway, a place called Carcross, and there's a whole bunch of mines here, so we're kind of pretty excited about checking them out. We're just alongside the road here, and we're seeing a whole bunch of cool stuff to hike up to. So there's a building right there, we can see. Tram station there, there's a tower, and there's a bin right up there. So that's a cool one. We'll fly up a bunch of this stuff and see where the portals are. Before we go underground, we're going to show you this mill. It's right on the side of the road there. It's a Venus mill. So if you look at the road, they've actually blocked off. You can't even pull in there. This whole mill is so dilapidated, they don't even want the public in there. There's no signs saying you can't go in there. But if you look on the website, they'll tell you, it's closed to the public. But anyhow, so there's all kinds of really cool equipment. This is an old mill. It was shut down in 1906, and it was set up for gold. And the climate being pretty dry here, it's still standing, but just barely. It's kind of really sad. It's supposed to be a historic site here. You can see it's all tilting over. It's going to fall over in a few years. And there's lots of really cool equipment in there, and it's going to be destroyed and buried. Kind of sad. This is how the Yukon government, I guess, thinks they're managing historic resources. So they have a law saying that. I didn't know that, but most places in BC, you can just kind of pick this stuff up and save it. But there's a law here in the Yukon. You're not allowed to take anything older than 45 years old. So it's just going to, unfortunately, the government isn't doing anything to save this site or protect it in any way. There's no signs or anything up. And all this stuff is just falling into the ground. But anyhow, so we're going to hop in there, and we'll show you. We walked all through it, and we'll document it the best that you can. And probably in a few years, this is just going to completely fall over. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll burn it, or who knows what's going to happen to it. Really sad to see this stuff all kind of rotting away like that. I think it should be taken out and put in a museum somewhere, but that's not up to me. So we'll see what happens to it. So, yep, really cool site. One of the oldest mills I've ever seen with all the equipment there, and we'll show you what's there, what we found, and then we'll get underground into some other kind of stuff later and show you some other cool stuff in this whole area. And it looks to me that this ore only came from that mine there, probably just a short tram, that one up there. This is like right on the side of the highway. It's kind of neat. Smelling rats already. I think. Oh, it looks like a rock crusher. I think we got a rock crusher here. Oh yeah. That's what we got. That was a rock crusher. The ore came in. Look at that cool gate. Awesome. You're going to come down and operate this gate for me. There's nice stairs here. Oh, look at, they have a trommel in here. There's lots of cool stuff in here. So this is a place called Conrad. This is Canada Conrad on there. I'm not sure who put that on there. Oh, it had a big motor in here somewhere. Look. That's what they call a jaw crusher. Yeah. So the raw ore came in here and it crushed the ore. There's a grizzly there. The fines just went right through. So that's cool, eh? So the ore come down, all the fine stuff would have just went right through. It wouldn't have to go through the crusher. The bigger stuff went into this jaw crusher and it crushed it down. That's a primary crusher, they call that. And the handle's still on it. Oh, wow. Not cool. Real simple. Alright, okay, so you can see there's a grizzly here, so you open this up, the ore comes down, all the small stuff, smaller than that, goes down, it just goes down lower levels. The bigger stuff just skates right along here. Open it up. And then the rock's going to slide along the grizzly into the jaw crusher. The jaw crusher is going like that. And then, so now you got all the stuff. This is like a primary crusher, right? So you're just crushing it probably 2" or something like that. And it's going to go into another crusher. So let's go down the stairs and we'll have a look at the next crusher. So the stairs are in pretty good shape coming down, and then there's no stairs from there down. So just had to do a little bit of monkey work. And we'll keep going down. We'll see what else we can show you. It's amazing that this is right on the side of the road, and you know the public can see all this. Look at them old wheels and stuff where they had the belts that ran everything, and all the woodwork's in nice shape. Oh, look at, there's a ball mill down there. Kind of a little bit silted in, but still looks to be in pretty good shape yet. So from the jaw crusher, it goes into this bin here, and there we have a trommel. And I'm not sure, they probably use water to screen this somehow, I don't know. I've never seen that kind of a trommel. Let's have a look at it. I don't know if there's spray bars in it or what. Interesting. Alright, gotta do a little bit of monkey work here now. You're used to being a monkey, you can do it. Don't slip, it's a long way down. Well, it seems to be getting like finer and finer, this stuff. They got finer and finer screens as it goes down. And like I say, I don't really know how this all worked. But maybe they just kept re-grinding it to make it really fine. Boy, pretty cool to see the, I don't know what they call that, but those belts. You see in a machine shop, belts will run a great big shaft like that, and then it'll have a whole bunch of other motors off it. It's all belt driven. So I don't imagine we'll see the motor that run that stuff, but hey, you never know. Yeah. I think that wheel's solid. I can't see it falling. Go down the shaft. We're just kind of doing a quick recon to see what there was for tomorrow. I expect to see all this equipment in the mill. And now that's another type of a crusher. Let's have a look at this one. The big springs in there, so I'm guessing this does pretty fine crushing here. What does it say? It says March 5th, 1895. Patented March 5th, 1895. Huh. That's what it says.
Are you lower than me?
Yep. I keep going down.
How did you get down lower?
Gates Iron Works, Chicago, USA. I went, yeah, just keep going straight and then to the left, and then I went along that shaft and jumped down.
Over.
Well, here's a gold table. Yeah, this is for gold. This is a table they use for sluicing, for doing the fine gold recovery. Be a vibrating table with water. No, this is actually a mill. I don't know if they were actually shipping much ore out. It looks like they were processing everything. There's a ball mill. That's an old ball mill.
This?
Yeah.
What is a ball mill?
It has those balls, those steel balls, and they put the iron in there, or the ore in there, and then they crush it up. Now, we just want to figure out if they're doing any flotation here. I think so. Yeah, you bet. Wow. This is a slurry tank, I think. Yeah, this is a complete mill. They didn't do any, they didn't ship any ore out here. This was all processed right here. I don't know what they would have shipped out here by water. Bags of gold, maybe. Yeah, this is an old this is a flotation mill, I think. Very well done though. Look at the engineering and the craftsmanship and all this stuff. It's a pretty fancy looking mill and old too. That's the oldest ball mill I've ever seen. Look, it's all riveted. It's a really old ball. This deck here looks like it's going to fall. Yeah, I don't know if we want to walk on this deck. Looks a little bit suspect. I think the gold went in there and had kind of a diaphragm that vibrated. I'm not sure, but... And look at that, there's an ore sack. The rats chewed it a bit, but it's not really that rotten. Yeah. It's all old gold recovery stuff. I'm not really an expert on gold recovery, but lots of machinery and stuff left here though. There's a pretty big motor here. I'm almost thinking it looks kind of like an air compressor. Yeah, I think it is an air compressor. Maybe not. That could be exhaust pipe, but... No, it was a big motor because it had a crank here, right? So a wheel... Oh, there's the... Is that the piston for it? Looks like part of it. I don't know. Not sure if that was a motor or an air compressor. Okay. It's surprising how good a shape everything is in, considering how old it is. I don't think I've ever seen a mill that was this extensive and this old. Down there, oh, and there's a huge boiler down there. Massive boiler down here, steam boiler. Oh, you can probably get down a set of stairs there. Where are you? Again, I don't know what that is. Is that a steam engine? May possibly be. Yeah, looks like that was a steam engine, I think. There's 3 pistons there. See the connecting rods? Pistons are down there. This looks like it was probably an engine. That was because the boiler's right beside us that run off of steam. And we can see there's 3 pistons still in there with the crank. And it looks like these are other cylinders on top of here, maybe at one time. So there might have been maybe up to 9. I don't know. Could have possibly been more cylinders there. I don't know. Let's have a look at this boiler. It's a massive boiler. Part of the reason for this dock and stuff might have been to bring coal to run this. Okay, let's look inside the boiler. Oh, we're not looking inside the boiler. We're underneath the boiler. Or what? I don't know. No. I guess the coal went in here. And here's the boiler. And there's the rat nest. You see the rats in there? Yeah, so there's the top of this boiler. So we're thinking it's probably about 6 by maybe 18 feet or so. So that's a pretty big boiler. And we'll have a look down this other way. We'll see what's on the other side of those cones there, down into there. This is a pretty substantial building when it was all together. It would have been quite something. Very well made. Lots of cool equipment on it. They spent lots of money setting this up. from the mill, the tram went straight up the mountainside. We just used the drone here to find out where all these adits and stuff are. So the tram line went just straight up the mountain. It wasn't that big of a tram. It was, I think, about 1,700 feet, something like that. I see it's fairly steep going straight up the mountain. And this is the trail that kind of goes to the tram. So this old trail from when the miners were there. We hiked across that way. It's a fair ways up there. You can see the highway's way below us. And so this is the bottom terminal. So this is where all the ore, the bottom part, all the ore got loaded into that bin and went to the mill. So there's two shafts here, actually, the Venus 1 and Venus 2. This is Venus 1. And we'll get in there and we'll explore that. And from there, we saw another adit further up, and we're going to check that one out too. So like you see, yeah, lots of goats around here. So we just hiked from the bottom terminal up, passed up this goat path here, and hiked up to the top terminal, and not terminal, the top adit there, and we'll show you both of those. So we'll get underground. We'll show you the top and the bottom adits of the Venus mine. Pretty steep trail up here, and there's a goat. Well, you can hardly swing a dead cat without hitting a goat around here. Yeah, so there's the loadout bin there. And see, the cables are still attached, and that's the only tram tower that's still left right there. Not very far to that tram, to the bottom where the bin is, or where the mill is. There we go. The top part, you can see the ore carts run right over the top part, and then they tipped them one way or the other into whichever bin. One bin or the other, right or left. There's the brakes. Not a very big tram. This is a small wheel. Still works. Still rolls. There's those two are the brake bands. Yeah. So there would have been brake. Oh yeah, the brake lever's gone. See. Somebody took that's what was right there. Somebody took the brake lever off. That's the brake lever. So this is a gravity tram. These are the static lines that just rides on those. Those don't move. They would have been solid all the way to the bottom of the bin. And then there would have been two other lines. One other line around this pulley. And those are the ones that are attached to the cart. So this is actually all still complete. Huh, surprising. See, here's the brake handles hooked up to here. And look at that. There's the brake bands. Watch it. Run it. Brakes off, on. And they got both sides, one like that and one like that. This is a beautiful tram, and it's in nice shape. This could be all dismantled and rebuilt somewhere. That's old too, from 1913. That's cool. It's a rather small tram, but it's not very far down. That's why it's fairly short. There's a part of an old boot. Yeah, remarkable how good a shape this is actually in for 1913. So this is actually called the Venus mine. For some reason it says Little Spring Hill. The problem is it's a long ways down if you fall, right? That looks solid, right? Yeah, I won't get too carried away here. Pretty neat picture though. Yep. There's a little shop here, I guess. Looks like a blacksmith shop, yeah. So you can see the blacksmith shop where the forge is right here. There's no tools left. Looks like that was all gone, but yeah, a little forge would have been in here, and blacksmith shop. Sharpen up the drills. This looked like part of the, oh, that's really heavy. Big cast part of the forge, I guess, the bottom of it. Alright, well, let's go into this mine and see what is in here. Sharon's already ahead of me, so I gotta try to keep up with her. I don't know, it's nice and dry, this one anyway, so. Oh, look at the back, looks pretty cool. I don't know what kind of rock that is. It looks really neat. This is a really solid looking mine. Virtually nothing has fallen off since it was shut down in 1913. It looks a bit nice. Nice and dry too, no water. Smell some rats. I don't imagine it'll go for miles and miles, but we'll see, I guess. Explosive storage, I imagine. Pretty chilly in here. Oh, it must be a rat. I'm thinking there's a rat there, huh?
He's right there. See, he's just looking at us.
Yeah, I don't see him,
Right on that next wood thing. Right there, see? He just moved. He's looking right at you.
I must be
The
blind.
next doorway.
I don't see him.
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
I'm not too scared of rats. Oh, there he is. Oh, I see. He's on that air door there, yeah. Oh, there he is, right there.
Okay.
Hey, Petrol.
Gross. Oh. Ah! God. Put my hood up so you can't get down my coat.
He's gone.
What? Is he there?
No, he jumped.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was you that jumped. I knew someone jumped.
Where's my hood?
People are going to laugh at you. You're so scared of rats.
I don't care.
I don't like them either, but... A little soft spot in here that they mined out. Looks at it, or just fell out. Yeah, we're getting to some different rock now. That was a little softer, you can see. Shale. Yeah, more unstable stuff.
Like in the end.
Further into the mountain. The end. I told you it probably wasn't going to go for miles.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go farther than that, though.
I think that there's a adit above us. We'll go into there. And it looks like it's an ore chute that's going down into this. Yeah. So this is just a haulage tunnel. So the main workings might be above us. Alright, so I found the top portal. It's just right up here. Not that much higher. Okay, we're going to go in and see how far it goes. Oh, lots of goats have been in here. Looks like. Goat hotel. Oh, the rats too, huh? Yeah, there's a rat in there. Yeah, no worries. That looks like as far as the goats went. Bit of a cave in here. Oh yeah. Goes up to a higher level. Oh, there's bigger rooms and stuff up there. And then it goes a couple different ways here. It's the ore. Well. Huh. Yeah, this is the main ore body for sure. Goes all different ways here. Ends there. There's another level that goes down there. Pretty skinny though. Looks like. See how skinny. Yeah. Pretty narrow vein going down there. That's where the ore went down to the main hole level. At one time they pushed it all down there. Oh, yeah, big ore chute going down there. Okay. Well, look, the sheep have been in here in the wintertime, hanging out in here. Imagine the sheep wouldn't be in here in the winter. Summertime there. Hope not. They'll not be happy to see me. I didn't see no fresh shit in here. Probably just hang out here in the wintertime. Oh yeah. There. So that's silver bearing ore. and goes up, pinches out up there. Not big, real big. It's got little pockets in here. Oh yeah. Goes up a little ways further up in here. This stuff's all falling off the back here. So I guess this wasn't a really extensive mine. Should have spent a lot of money on that mill though. Alright, we'll keep going up this way a little ways. See if we can get anywhere. Wow, nice looking colors in here. And this looks like the top of the stope here. Pretty skinny pay. They only worked this for about 3 years and then they shut down. So. And not that big of a tram system. Yeah. Maybe we'll go around the circle here. Back down. Nope. Looks like she ends here. Maybe get through there. I think that comes back out where we ended there. Thought it was pinched off there. It goes through this section. Real crumbly. Stuff's falling on my back here. Oh yeah. I'm not sure if we were in here already or not. Oh, pretty sketchy up there, eh? Yeah. Really honeycombed in here. Lots of... Don't touch nothing, eh? Oh, there's the end of this one. I haven't seen any artifacts in here either. Oh, that's probably silver here. Yeah. Yeah, oh, there's an old can. Pretty skinny in here though, eh? So, one of these slabs failed. It's sealed off in here. I don't know how they'd find you. Pretty cool. Just take your time. Don't touch nothing, right? Don't want to talk to you, does it? There we go. I think we can find a way back out now. Pretty neat. Pretty narrow. There's a footwall there. And then there's other native rock that's crumbly above it. So, you know, the zone of pay was pretty thin. And it probably wasn't a really rich silver deposit either. And that all looks really sketchy there. I don't think we should climb up there because, you know, a bunch of that rock could fall down. Rotten stalls, pretty dangerous. And we're probably going to see the same thing we've seen. Same type of ore. So let's not tempt fate. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. We'll just leave you with a couple of shots of some goats. Next week we'll be in the same area. And there's two newer mines, really quite extensive, big operations, underground mines that we'll show you. And that'll be it for the Yukon. We'll head back south. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching.